completely finds a new home. Sandra Adams and Ken Hodgkinson live at Sugarwood Farm in New Hampshire. Hampshire? Hampshire?
Hampshire.
Hampshire. They have a cat named Beverly. He did not always live with them. If Beverly couldn't talk, he might tell you no. He came to live with Sandra and Ken. Let's imagine him. At first, Ken and Sandra didn't want me. Many times I waited outside their door for them to return home. I knew I had only a couple of seconds to make my move, so I would rub against Sandra's cup, purring loudly and looking up at her face. But Ken always said, "Don't let him in, don't let him in." And they shut the door in my face. It's true that I already had a home, but I had to share it with two other cats who like to bully me. That was not. That was not. That was not. Where is it? There was.
That was no fun.
There was. That was no fun. I wanted something better. Sugar, I better. Sugarwood Plums was just around the corner, and I checked it out carefully. I counted the cats that lived there. The number I came up with was zero, as we could say, perfect. Weeks went by, and it was the same every time. I hung around the door for hours, and Ken and Sandra always closed it in my face, but I never gave up. Then one dark and stormy night, my chance came. I was waiting for them to come home, as usual. When it started to rain, now enough to get out of the rain, I could have taken shelter in their old shade, but I wanted to be right there on the doorstep when they came home. Before long, the rain turned to snow. This was even better. I was sure that no one would turn a cat away. Mm, On such a night, I heard their car fall into the yard. Then I watched them hurry toward the house. As soon as they saw me, I started to meow like a little lost kitten. In no time, in no time, I was inside the house. Dried me with a warm, fluffy towel. Ken kept saying, "Don't feed him, don't feed him." But I wasn't looking for food just then. I was looking for a new home. At last I thought I had found it. I wasn't right. Before long they were feeding me. Sandra talked to my old owners about me. They missed me, but they had two other cats. I didn't feel bad. Cats spend a lot of time sleeping. Also, Sandra made a soft cushion for me to use. To be honest, I preferred their bed. They also made a cat door for me with a little flap. I just push it open with my nose and it closes behind me. Sandra likes to groom me. I think I do it better myself, but it gives her a lot of pleasure. I try not to sharpen my claws on their furniture. I think they are happy to have me around.
Okay, very well done. Okay, so did you understand the passage, Harold?
Uh,
Okay, good. Do you have any questions or no?
No.
No questions. Okay, good. But before we move on to the answering the questions, let's move back here. There are just a few things I would like to mention, okay? So, first
Okay.
of all, when you see this punctuation, the period, that means
Uh,
it is a full stop, okay?
yeah, good wait.
Yes, like it's a full stop. So we're gonna use this part. So for example, okay, listen to how I read it. Okay,
Okay.
I will start here until here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So comma is for pause, period is for full stop.
Okay.
Okay. If Bailey could talk, he might tell you how he came to live with Sandra and Ken. Let's imagine he can. Okay. So there is a full stop between can and let's. Okay. Now, can you do it? Can you read from here until here?
Yeah.
Okay.
If Everly could talk, he might tell you how he came to live with Sandra and Ken. Let's imagine we can.
Okay. So let's work on it better. Can. So we don't use the upward for period, upward intonation. Okay. We use a downward intonation. We go down with our voice. Sandra and Ken, not Sandra and Ken, because that is for questions. Okay. So question mark for this symbol, we
Sandra
go
and Ken.
upward. Okay, can try?
Ken. Sandra and Ken.
Can.
Sandra and Ken.
Okay,
Sandra
one more
and
time.
okay. Sandra and Ken.
Okay, so when we use that tone, the one you just did, Sandra and Ken, that's like for questions, okay? When you're unsure or you're asking a question. But when it is a period, full stop, your tone should be going down like this. Sandra and Ken. Ken, not can. Ken. Okay.
Sandra and Ken.
Okay. Okay, so I think that's better, but we'll practice more on it as we go, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now let's just go through a few words. So this one is Hampshire.
Hampshire.
What, one more time?
Hampshire.
Okay. Next, we have the word imagine.
Imagine.
Good. And then, mm, okay, purring.
Ring.
Purring. Very good. And we also have the word no.
No, I knew.
Yes. Okay. But I actually heard earlier as now, so I just went back to correct it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And we also have the word honest. I just forgot where it was. Okay, here, this one. Honest.
Honest.
Okay, one more time. Honest.
Honest.
Okay, so it's like an A sound. Okay, not all honest. It's ah. Say ah.
Ah,
Honest.
honest.
Okay, there you go. And last one, pleasure.
Pleasure.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so I think we're now ready to move on to the next part, which is answering the questions. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so first question we have, Harold.
Okay.
How did Bailey know there were 0 cats at Sugarwood Farm? How did Bailey know there were 0 cats at Sugarwood Farm?
What is that?
Mm,
I can't remember.
you can't remember. Okay, so maybe we'll go back and okay, try and see. Okay, you can review here. You can find the answer. I'll give you time.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll wait for a minute.
Mm,
Um,
mm. Okay, so our clue here is the word 0. Try to find the word 0 and you might find the answer there.
okay. Ah, he checked the corner and around the sugar wood, and he
Mm-hmm.
know um
Yes.
he know um this what sugar wood farm.
Okay, so he checked Sugarwood Farm carefully
Yeah.
and the number he came up with was 0. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Why did it? Okay. So it's the answers can be found around here. Okay. So let me just I will type it in the chat box. Okay.
Okay.
So he checked.
He checked.
Yes. He checked.
He checked
He checked out Sugarwood Farm.
carefully,
Yes.
and
And
he know there has no cat in there.
okay, and he knew. Ah, or better yet, he found out
He found out
there were no cats
there are no cat
there.
in there.
Okay, so he checked Sugarwood Farm carefully and he found out there were no cats there.
Okay.
Okay, so that's for number 1. What about number 2? How did you know that Ken didn't want to share his home with Bailey? Mhm.
There.
How do you know that Ken didn't want to share his home with Bailey?
Um, because because he want to get like like
Mhm. What?
um
Okay. So our word here is share.
yes.
Yeah, how did you know that Ken didn't want to share his home with Bailey? So do you know who Ken is?
Who tennis
Do you know Ken from the story?
the 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 man.
Okay, the man is Ken. And then the woman is Sandra. They adopted the cat Bailey, okay? So at
Okay.
first, Ken did not want to share the house or the home with Bailey. Why?
Because many times I waited outside there to return home.
Hmm?
Huh? Ah. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Okay,
I
so
want to think better. Okay.
Okay, you can read through the passage again if you'd like to check. Okay, I
Okay.
can give you time so you can come up with a better answer.
Can you go up
Up.
the
Okay.
Ken and Sandra? We didn't want to meet. Many times I waited outside their door for them to turn home. I knew I had only a couple of seconds to I I finally found out it and always don't let him and they shut the door in my face. It's true that I already
Hmm?
just they wanna
Huh? Can you say it again?
they just want to get some time like Ken and Sandra is
Mm-hmm.
couple, right?
Yeah, they are a
No.
couple.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um and the Beverly is seconds to
Cat.
make my move.
Mm-hmm. Bailey is. Can you say it again?
Beverly is seconds to make my move.
What do you mean by that?
Like they just I just they didn't want to get him.
Okay, so at first they didn't want him. Okay, that was the easier answer. He didn't want to share his home with Bailey because they didn't want a cat. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why Bailey like begged for their attention by staying outside their home all the time. Okay, until they already gave in and they adopted Bailey. Did that
And
give
you
you a hard time, Harold?
don't know.
Okay, it's okay, it's fine. I'm here to help you. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Why do you think Bailey rubbed against Sandra's calf and not Ken's?
Huh?
Why do you
You
think
go. Can you go the question?
Bailey rubbed against Sandra's calf and not Ken's?
Because because she didn't want to share the house, so uh um the Beverly just like um in front the door,
Okay.
like so Beverly think it should Beverly feeling is very bad, so he yeah. He didn't.
Okay. Okay, so let's think about what the cat would think in situations like this. Okay, so Ken was very strict with his decision that he doesn't want a cat. So he always says, don't let him in, don't let him in. But we think Sandra has a soft heart, right? She has a soft spot for cats. That's why
Yeah.
Bailey tried to rub off of Sandra's calf. Okay?
Okay.
Because he only had a couple of seconds to make his move. Okay? He only has a couple of seconds to make his move. That's why he chose to rub against Sandra's calf. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, that was the quickest decision. Okay. Then, what about number 4? Why didn't Bailey look for shelter when it started to rain and then snow? Again, why didn't Bailey look for shelter when it started to rain and then snow?
Cause
Because,
cause they can take and they he have take shelter.
again, can you say it?
He could have taken shelter. Oh yeah.
Okay. So, he wanted to take shelter inside their home. Okay. So he mentioned before in here, I could have taken shelter in their woodshed. Okay. But he said I wanted to be right there on the doorstep when they came home. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So again, what is the correct answer?
Right there on the doorstep when they came home.
Okay. Okay, so he wanted to be right there on the doorstep when they came home, even when it already started to rain and then it snowed, which made it worse. Okay. Okay, and because
I'm sure that no one would turn a cat away on such a night.
because it was already snowing and it was cold, he was sure that no one would turn away a cat on such a cold night. Okay. Are we good, Harold?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, we're good. Okay, next. Number 5. What
What
happened?
happened?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I know. Okay. What happened to Bailey a couple of days after he was lent into the house?
Okay.
Um,
Mhm.
mm,
So you can find the answer in here, the last two
uh,
paragraphs.
can I see the question?
We'll go back.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
they they did shower and floppy tower and made a cushion. So yeah, for the him for him.
Okay. So first thing they did is they dried Bailey with a warm, fluffy towel. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that was what happened a couple of days after. That was what happened after he got in. But after a couple of days, a few days, they were
They were feeding me.
okay.
Uh, my my old owners above me. They miss me, but they had two other cats. I didn't feel bad.
Okay. So what happened after? Okay. After a couple, I'll send it in the chat. After a couple of days, okay.
Okay.
Mm,
After, yeah,
yeah, they were feeding me.
they're feeding me. Yeah.
And they
Uh,
talked to
and they talked
my
to my old owners about him.
okay, and they talked to my old owners. I they talked to his old owners about him. Okay, okay, that's it. Next, number 6. How do you know that Bailey can come in and go out to the yard easily?
Uh, how, um, um, they made a cat door.
Okay, they made a cat door with a little flap that opens and closes whenever Bailey gets
Yeah.
in or out. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So to answer that completely, it's not just they made a little door. Okay. We say, thank you for the
Uh,
hype. Thanks for the reactions. Okay, they made a little door with a flap. Okay.
okay.
Okay, number 7.
Why didn't Belly need to have Sandra groom him? Because she likes to groom.
Hmm. Come again?
Because Sandra likes to groom and
Okay, Sandra likes to groom who?
the cat.
Okay, and the cat's name is?
And I barely.
The cat's name is Bailey, okay? And specifically, okay, like the main answer is because it gives her a lot of pleasure, okay?
Okay.
Okay, because grooming him, can you say it? Because grooming him gives Sandra a lot of pleasure.
Because grooming him is is um gives a lot of pleasure.
It gives Sandra, okay? Sandra a
Yeah.
lot of pleasure. Okay. Next question.
Yes.
How often do you think Bailey sleeps on the cushion Sandra made for him? Now, this time you have to explain your answer.
Yes. She made it.
How
Caution.
often? So,
How
okay,
often?
Sandra made a cushion for him or for Bailey. Okay.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They made a cushion for Bailey. But how often? Like when we say how often, like, mm,
Time?
huh?
Spend some time?
Yes, yes. Like how? How much time do they spend? Okay. How often?
Yeah.
How much time do they spend for that something? Mm. So please explain your answer. So for this one, we're not just going to rely on what we read in the passage, but you have to also explain your answer.
1 hour.
Oh, in 1 hour. Do you think?
Yes, I think. Because no. I think it's 1 day.
Uh-huh. Oh, so is like Bailey is like spending like the whole day?
Uh,
On.
no, like no. 12 hours or like um 9 hour, 10 hour, 11 hour,
Mm.
uh 17 hour, like that. Like 10 and inside 10 and 15 inside the number.
Mm-hmm.
The
Uh,
I just do 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
okay, so it's around those times, like 10 to 15 hours.
Yes, 10 to
Mm.
15 hours.
Yes, because cats spend a lot of time sleeping. And also, fun fact, Harold, cats actually sleep very long, between 12 hours to 16 hours in a day. Like, isn't that very long?
Yes, it's very long.
Yeah, I mean, I do know because I have a cat. Do you like cats?
So.
So. Okay, I bet you're gonna like them once you have one. Okay, so
Mhm.
good answer. Next, number 9. Do you think Bailey likes having the cat door with a flap?
Yeah, because can he can moving anywhere can anywhere without um um the humans energy, like
Okay.
like we have a door but we don't have a flap, like cat door, so
Uh-huh.
we should hold that,
Yeah.
but cat can't do that, right?
Yes,
So
cats cannot reach.
yeah, I think, yeah, so
Okay, so your answer is correct. Okay, Bailey likes it because he she can go or he can go in and out anytime. Instead of saying anywhere, we say anytime without.
anytime.
Okay, go in and
Okay.
out anytime without help from, okay, humans. Let's just say humans.
Humans, humans,
Yeah.
humans,
Mm-hmm.
humans, humans, humans.
Human.
당신이
Yeah. Yeah.
휴면입니까?
Mm-hmm.
휴먼, 당신은 휴먼입니까?
Is that what human is in Korean?
Are you human?
Oh,
Are
I
you
am.
robot?
No,
Like
I'm not a human.
Google robot.
I'm not a
Are you
robot. I'm human.